Have you ever wondered why, in our first gospel reading today, Jesus decided to go up to Jerusalem and ride into town on an ass? Remember, Jerusalem was the capital and the seat of both the religious and civil authority. Jesus intentionally went to confront both authorities, as we heard today in the Passion Palm Sunday reading, commonly known as Passion Sunday, which starts our Holy Week. It is during this week that we have the opportunity to search for the truth. You see, in reliving this week, Jesus is confronting me and maybe some of you. Jesus is asking me to take a look honestly at myself and where I have stood in my actions and beliefs. Where have I stood when I hear of corruption among our officials, both civil and religious? Where have I stood when I heard of infidelity, double-dipping, or even something as commonplace as taking supplies home from work, school, or from friends? Jesus is asking Deacon Michael not only where I stand, but how have I behaved in my interactions with others? Have I acted by looking the other way and not saying something is wrong when I have seen it, or have I acted as God would have wanted? We all know where God stands in all of these issues. This week is our chance to relive this confrontation while watching what Jesus does, and then examine ourselves and our lives. We have the opportunity to let Jesus know that I may not have been as strong or focused on doing God's will as he was. Jesus knows all of our human conditions as he walked and lived among us while he was here on earth. There are many opportunities to spend some time with Jesus as he travels through this week and experiences all of our human conditions. There is still time to go to reconciliation, participate in Last Supper services on Holy Thursday, or just simply spending some time in silence on Holy Saturday. My personal favorite is to bring myself to the foot of the cross, which is in front of the altar on Good Friday. Just viewing that wood that my Lord hung upon and died for me because I became caught up in the ways of the world and chose not to do God's will or follow Jesus is so powerful. You can check the bulletin or the postings by the doors of the church for specific opportunities and times. My brothers and sisters, ultimately, the choice is each one of ours. Neither God nor Jesus forces a choice on us because we have free will. We have to choose which path we will follow, the world's path or God's path. Jesus is always there to help us and will fill the gap where we have fallen short. We just have to ask him, as did one of the criminals who were put to death with him. As we heard in Luke 23, we heard one of the criminals say to the other, "Have you no fear of God? You are subject to the same condemnation, and indeed we have been condemned justly, for the sentence we received corresponds to our crimes. But this man has done nothing criminal." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus replied to him, "Amen, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." Easter is the day we have the opportunity to relive God's choice. All we need to do is make our own choice. Which one will it be for each of you? Let us begin by searching our hearts this Holy Week.